soul family. I hope you guys are all doing amazing wherever you are on this journey. Welcome back to my channel if you're new here. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to have you, and I'm excited to dive into the tarot today. I had a question from Sam, I believe. There was a comment from a video I did yesterday requesting a tarot pull on the Canadian immigration situation going on, because I'm sure many of you guys are aware, but Mr. Trudeau there has, it looks like he recently released a statement saying the government is going to be bringing back stricter rules when it comes to foreign workers, and he's really urging businesses in Canada to hire and train Canadians. So there are tons of foreign workers that are going to be out of a job, and there's tons of students as well, international students, that risk deportation as well after their studies. So there's also been lots of it seems like lots of them are getting together and doing certain riots or certain I don't want to say riots, but protests, let's say that, certain protests coming together and kind of like standing up and making a fuss about this. So I'm kind of curious to see, I haven't pulled the tarot on this before, so I'm kind of curious to see what's going to go on here or come out of the tarot. Now I still feel, I know this may be for a different video, but I don't feel like Trudeau is going to be around much longer here. So let's dive into the tarot and the oracle and see what is the energy of this new policy. Is this something that is going to really come into effect, or maybe there's going to be a change with Trudeau possibly not being around for much longer here? So let's dive into the tarot and see what spirit and what messages are coming out today. So again, this new potential, restriction is definitely going to impact and devastate thousands of, even international, the students, tons have applied for permanent residency as well. And, it's like their dreams are really being shattered here. So let's see if this is something that's really going to play out. Let's look in the energy for these international students. We had this card come out yesterday. Alethea, let's see, what's the energy spirit for the current immigration in Canada, the protests? What's the energies going forward with this? All right. Oh, interesting. We have that dead end energy, okay? Now, it kind of makes me think that this whole situation may not actually fully take effect, because I think there are going to be some changes. Like it's one of those just tactics. So let's keep going on and see what the tarot have to say. What's the energy and the momentum of this current policy Trudeau has implemented pertaining to international students and foreign workers? Oh, goodness. All right, 4 of Wands. We have 10 of Swords, the Moon, Knight of Swords, 7 of Swords. Okay, so I'm just gonna change. This one came in reverse, and for some reason I changed it back. So let's leave it as the card came out. Kind of interesting that this one came out, 4 of Wands in reverse, because usually this 4 of Wands is a celebration. This is something like reuniting, coming home, coming together, being proud of achievements. But with this being in reverse, this is definitely this immigration policy that is currently trying to be put into place. There's definitely a heavy energy here, and this is a feeling of instability, insecurity, and I hate I want to say this is I feel like just a bit of the start here. This feels like this is going to be a bit of a bumpy road pertaining to this plan. We have that 10 of Wands energy. Sorry, Ten of Swords. Ten of Wands would be a burden, which is still that feeling in that situation. But this Ten of Swords, that's a heavy energy. This is being kind of betrayed. There's lots of, individuals and let's say international students that have come here to study, to learn, to become residents, and to plan a future here. And it's being like taken away from them with this energy. This is not a good feeling. And we've got that moon right in the center of this reading here. But it's kind of interesting though, because we have a dead end and we have the star energy like right in alignment here. So I do think there's going to be some changes and certain regulations that come about, but I feel like it's not, with everyone standing up for themselves and for the situation, it is going to make a difference here is what it feels like. And I feel like there's some kind of like intervention. There's this star galactic, like I'm just seeing this galactic energy here and this dead end with that oracle card. So the Alethea as well, this is that the truth and the star seeds. It's the truth is going to come out about something. And even though there is kind of an energy with the Seven of Swords in the more of the future here of some people possibly being deported or having to go back home to their original home, it does look like that could happen, but I don't feel like with this energy here that this is going to be a long-term thing. I feel like they're going to try to implement this plan, but I'm wondering if there is a change in what they actually implement. There's something that changes the course of it. So overall, I mean, it may be a little bit of a bumpy ride here, but at the same time, I feel like with the Seven of Swords, it's kind of that feeling of Trudeau not having, let's say, they may be having some back end hidden agendas that they're not gonna be successful here with this energy, okay? Like we have this as being a dead end. So I don't think it's going to be okay, I think people need to stand up. So international students, foreign workers, they need to stand up for themselves here with this energy. Like they're standing up, they're fighting for their, their rights, what they believe in. They're not gonna back down. Like there's definitely that energy too of like trying to weed out certain criminal activities that may be happening behind the scenes. So if we look at this moon energy as well, I feel like there could be some news coming out about this whole policy, some more changes coming out, and it's going to even create more of an uproar. So I feel like people are really going to be like foreign workers, international students. There's going to be more and more individuals standing up and protesting this new regulation that they're trying to put in place. But overall, friends, I mean, this certain agenda, even though it does feel like a little bit of a bumpy road, I don't feel like this is something that is going to potentially last for very long. You know what? I almost wonder if we should pull a few cards on Trudeau. Okay, first, let's pull a couple more on this topic though. Let's confirm, let's clarify a few energies, Spirit. What's the energy of this new immigration regulation staying in place for the long term? Is this something that's going to be put in place for the long term? Three of Cups, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Tower, and the Emperor. All right, so it feels like there is, like I said, there's that tower moment there. So this is something that I feel like they do want to plan to put in place for the long term, but I don't see that happening here. We've got, after the tower, we have the Emperor, and we do have the Nine of Pentacles energy. So it feels like, this could even be when the elections come up here pretty soon. there's a switch in a certain leadership is what it feels like. And it is, it's going to be a bit of a bumpy road here with this tower and some of these, denser, tougher energies coming out pertaining to the immigration rules they're trying to set up. But it still feels like the Nine of Pentacles, this is success, this is freedom and flexibility. So I don't feel like they're going to be getting away with getting away with super strict, let's say, regulatory changes that they're trying to implement. I do feel like there's going to be some changes based off of this energy, but it's going to be kind of for the better. So the momentum moving forward, my friends, is definitely going to be a little bit bumpy in terms of this certain policies trying to come together. But at the end of the day, there is a bit of light at the end of the tunnel based off this energy. Okay, so let's see if we can pull a few angel cards here. What's the energy pertaining to these new policies for the immigration policies in Canada? We have good fortune. So this is a major change, independence. That's what we have here. So it have faith in your skills, talents as their tool can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Kind of interesting because that's, are people going to be kind of deported? Are these rules going to actually come into play? Are they going to be strict regulations pretty soon here? I feel like they're definitely trying really hard to make this happen, but I feel like the tables are turning here, and I feel like it's to do with leadership. There's a change in leadership. So before we end this, let's actually pull a couple cards on Mr. Trudeau and see. Let's see what's the energies. Is he going to be around much longer? Because we have this truth energy as well. The truth energy, the dead end, and the mystic. So it does feel like with the mystic and the truth, it's like the darkness is being brought to the surface here, and things are going to be, truth is coming out. Truth is coming out about so many different things, but there's still a little bit of chaos that we have to get through here. Let's take a look and see here. What's the energy of Mr. JT still around for the rest of 2024? Is he going to be gone? I feel like he's not going to be around for much longer. So what's the energy of, let's just look at the rest of 2024. Is JT still going to be running around here in 2024? Let's just pull a few here. Well, it looks like he may not be. So with this energy, I feel like he'll be around for a little bit longer here, but things are about to turn here with that Three of Wands in reverse. This is definitely the energy of that disappointed of an outcome. I don't even know if he goes somewhere because he's got this Hermit energy in the outcome here. So, and we have the Five of Cups energy. So it's almost like, I feel like he's not going to be around for much longer, and I feel like that is also going to impact the immigration policies that are put forward or that are put in place. So I feel like things are a little bit, they're kind of like shaken up a little bit here, but overall I feel like once there's a change as well with him not being in the scene, it feels like things are going to kind of adjust. I don't want to say it's all going to be smooth. It does feel like a little bit of a rockiness here, but it does feel like things will kind of even out a little bit. But I don't think Mr. JT is going to be around much longer. We've got a disappointment, and then look at that hermit mode. He's out of the picture. He's being removed here, okay? And again, I feel like that's going to be in correlation with a lot of certain changes that are going to be happening within Canada, especially when it comes to the immigration. All right, you guys. So hopefully, I mean, I know it seems like that was a little bit of a bumpy energy. I mean, there could be very much some chaos that happens with the whole policies they're trying to put into place here. But again, through the craziness, that's what brings people together. And I really do, we had that tower moment, right? We had that tower moment, and I feel like, foreign workers and international students that have really went through the system, they've done things correctly, and they've come here to learn, to work, to become residents. I really feel like there will be some justice served. It may be a little bit of a rocky road here. Let's see if we can get some final energy here pertaining to, let's use this deck to finish off here. Final energy, spirit, pertaining to the immigration policies that are trying to be put into place. What's the general final message, energy, spirit, between worlds? And look at that on the bottom. Like I said, I mean, I don't want to try to sugarcoat it. It does feel like there's a lot of chaos and conflict, but I do feel like a lot of international students, foreign workers, they're really coming together, and they're protesting, they're standing up, and we're in between certain energies right now. Look at all the threes, you guys. We have chaos and conflict 33, and then we also have between worlds number 3. So I even feel like in the next, there may be quite a bit of conflict and chaos pertaining to this particular subject, but in the next 3 months, I feel like we're going to see some kind of a transition, okay? So there could be that in between right now where we're really unable to see what's ahead, but this is really a process. It's like trusting the process of changing and growth here. And of course, standing up for yourself, bringing the people together is very important. And through that, it really feels like there's a great freedom and power to be unleashed, okay? So it's kind of, I guess, breaking through this divine matrix of consciousness and the energy and the message of this oracle is really about being mindful of expectations. I mean, this is a time that we can't guarantee things, but things are not always going to go exactly as planned, but allow that flow with spirit and see what takes hold of your life, because spirit has something in store for us as a collective and for each individual out there, okay? So holding that truth within your heart and standing up for yourself and what you believe in here. So it does feel like we will see some headway at some point, or I feel like some big news coming out in the next 3 months. But overall, let me just turn this around. Overall, it does feel like there's a little bit of craziness that's still kind of going to be taking place with the subject, okay? But I want to thank you guys for joining me. If there was a particular question about that one, let me know. It's kind of just a general momentum to see kind of what's happening. But maybe we could revisit this particular topic in the next little while, or if you guys did have more specific questions. I'm going to be probably planning a newsletter here pretty soon, and I might be doing a live tarot chat, so I will be sending that out. If you aren't subscribed to my mailing list, then go ahead and check out readingswithbrianne.com, where you can also look at some personal sessions as well. And until next time, I'm wishing you guys so much love, so much blessings, and light on your journey, and bye for now.